Have you ever thought about starting your own podcast? It's so easy with Anchor.
Anchor is a one-stop shop for recording, hosting, and distributing your podcast. Best of all, it's 100% free and ridiculously easy to use.
And now, Anchor can match you with great sponsors who want to advertise on your podcast. That means you can get paid to podcast right away. In fact, that's what we're doing right now by reading this ad. We struggled to find the right way to distribute our podcast, and Anchor made it quick, easy, and free. We're on platforms we had never heard of, and that's all thanks to Anchor doing the hard work.
So, if you have been thinking about starting your own podcast, head on over to anchor.fm/start. That's anchor.fm/start. Welcome to Spilling the Mad Tea. Rachel here. We are winging this episode today because we usually have an outline and we don't. And we thought this one would be more fun to do without it. So, I'm joined by Katie, Kelly, and Stephanie, as always. And Katie has, what do I say? What do you have? Something special?
I have a question to start us off with today. An icebreaker, if you will. So, I want to know if you guys could stay at any resort, eat any table service meal, and go swimming in any pool, like night swimming, where would you go? The catch is you can't answer your most commons. Like Stephanie can't say yacht and beach. Kelly can't say like Polynesian.
Oh gosh,
Rachel
darn
can't
it.
say art of divination.
Hell.
It has to be like somewhere you've never stayed or somewhere you've never eaten. Go. Somebody.
Oh, okay, great. I have my answer.
I don't think it should be able to say Polynesian either. Not a one of y'all
No,
should say
that was going to be
Polynesian.
my answer for everything. I was going to say I was going to stay at the Poly, go eat dinner at Ohana, and go swimming in the pool and watch the fireworks in the pool.
No,
Okay,
ma'am.
well then let's say it has to be all stuff you haven't done.
Okay, can do.
Wait, this is so much harder. I was like, oh, easy. Got it.
No. Okay, go, Kelly.
So I'm going to stay at the Animal Kingdom Lodge. I'm going to eat at Jico. And I'm going to go swimming in the Yacht and Beach Club pool.
What did you say you were going
At
to eat?
Jico, it's
What is that?
an Animal Kingdom Lodge.
Oh, it's there?
Yeah, it's an Animal Kingdom. It's like I think it's a signature dining restaurant, so it's super fancy.
I want to stay at the Grand Floridian.
Did not see that coming from you.
Well, money doesn't matter.
Assuming it's free.
I mean, yeah, don't the money doesn't matter. Just
Okay. I would go swimming at the Animal Kingdom Lodge. Oh, I want to eat at the, oh God, what is that place, Kelly? Boat Rights?
Oh yeah, place at Port Orleans, Riverside. Yeah, it's good. Eat there.
Yeah, I want to eat there. I want to
Go
eat
for it.
there.
Okay, I got it. I would stay at Port Orleans French Quarter. I would swim in the pool at Wilderness Lodge. And I would eat at Victoria and Albert's. Since you said money don't count. How about you, Katie?
so I am going to stay at Bay Lake Tower.
Okay.
I am going to go swimming at Yacht and Beach Club.
See you there.
Because Stephanie makes it sound amazing.
It
I still kind of don't know. I was actually going to say boat rights for eating, but since Rachel said that, I will say...
We can go to dinner together.
I know, but I just want it to be something different. I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to do the Highway in the Sky Dine
I'm
Around.
sorry, what?
What's that? Yeah.
It's the monorail food tour.
What?
Explain.
Yeah, you guys haven't heard about this? Okay, so
No.
you get on the monorail and you stop at each of the resorts that the monorail stops at, and you have like a small plate and a like meal.
Huh.
But I mean like a small plate and a drink from that resort.
I'm about to
It's-
research the hell out
It's
of
like
that.
it's $170 per person, I think.
I was picturing people eating in the monorail, and I'm like, that's not a thing, Katie.
Oh no, yeah, no. You stop and get off. Hold on, let me pull up some info and read you like the description of it. 5 courses, 1 extraordinary evening. Join us for a progressive dinner unlike any other, with sumptuous offerings at 3 Disney Resort hotels. Your dine-around adventure begins at the Contemporary Resort, where you'll check in at the Wave. You'll have a welcoming appetizer and cocktail, and then you're going to stop at Polynesian, and you'll celebrate the spirit of the South Pacific in the Polynesian and have drinks and appetizers there. So it's basically like drinks and appetizers at every stop, which is like perfect. So then you go to Grand Floridian and you have champagne and cheese. And then you go to Citrico's as well, where you're going to have the chef's special main course selection. So you get like a meal. And then you return to the Contemporary and you go to a private patio with desserts and coffee and watch Happily Ever After.
I wonder how many people actually do that, or if the whole thing is just like private for you.
And there's like a minimum dress code. It's all fancy. I bet if you did it in like not that there's an off season anymore, but you know what I mean, the slower season on like a Tuesday, I wonder if you'd be the only person.
Yeah, if you've ever done this before, because we didn't know that this was a thing, minus Katie, let us know.
I would love to do that. It says it's $170 plus tax with gratuity included, so you don't got to pay them a tip.
Should be for $170. Jesus.
Okay, so in this episode, we're going to be talking about drinking around the world in Epcot, which is why we're kind of winging it, because we got our own stories and our own specific booze that we like to drink. And so we are obviously going to start our Drinking Around the World tour in Mexico.
Wrong.
No, Kelly, sorry. You've been outvoted. You are the weakest link. You've been voted off the island. You start in Mexico.
I'm starting in Canada.
Actually, you could start with a boozy Dole Whip from the
At the refreshment port.
You can do that, but that's on the wrong side.
And you know what the refreshment port is close to? It's close to Canada.
Yeah, but we could finish with the boozy Dole Whip, so
yeah, we're gonna put that at the end. That's dessert.
The desserts. Like I said, starting in Mexico, I will go straight to the Tequila Cave,
also known as La Cava del Tequila.
Okay, so I would get at the Tequila Cave the avocado margarita.
So avocado margarita used to be my go-to in Mexico. However, the last 2 trips, my husband first had and we thought it was because he just drank it so fast. He sucked it down. Had the worst stomach ache. Not even just like alcohol boozy stomach.
What?
Just he needed to throw up, and it took him a good 45 minutes before it went away. So we were through half the countries. He didn't even get a grapefruit beer because he did not feel good, and it was because of the avocado margarita. And I was like, well, he has a picky stomach anyway. It was just his stomach. Well, this last time I went, I got an avocado margarita. And I don't know if they have them in a machine now or what, but they're definitely pre-made. And because the line is more efficient. You don't have to fight your way up to the bar in La Cava de Tequila anymore. But it must be because they have half of the popular ones already made. And because I ordered it and they put it in front of my face. And I was like, oh. Well, okay, but it's still an avocado margarita. Oh, okay, it's fine. Well, no, I didn't even drink it fast. My mom and I was with me, and we strolled around the pavilion and drank it because we wanted to go ride 3 Caballeros afterwards. So we hung out in there until we finished our drinks and took our time drinking them. And the same thing happened to me. My stomach hurt so bad. So I don't know if it's because they've changed how they make them now, but I will not be getting an avocado margarita anymore. I'll be getting one of the ones on the rocks, not frozen. And I will probably do a jalapeno margarita because the last time I got it, I thought it was too hot. But my tastes have changed, and I really like spicy stuff now. Or a blood orange margarita. That sounds good too.
Blood orange is really good too.
Yeah, see, so I start in Canada, so by the time I get to Mexico, I'm too drunk to get anything. But on my last trip, my husband got a jalapeno margarita and I tasted it and I really enjoyed it. So if I had to choose a drink from Mexico, it would be that.
This is why you're wrong, Kelly, because you miss out on jalapeno margaritas if you start in Canada.
The jalapeno margarita might be my favorite drink in all of Epcot. The like hibiscus salt rim that they put on it is so good. I remember the first time I got it, I was with my sister, and I think we were doing extra magic hours, and it was really, really late, and it was really, really cold. So we were like, "Oh, what can we get to warm us up? Jalapeno margaritas will do it." Like, and it was right. Like, we just like drank our jalapeno and instantly warmed up and went and rode Maelstrom, and it was just like such a good evening. So it's my go-to drink in Epcot. That's how I have to start any Epcot day.
I'm not a huge margarita person. I mean, I do enjoy them, but I'm not like, ooh, gotta get a margarita. So it doesn't ever like hurt my feelings to skip over that.
Mhm.
But the jalapeno margarita was good.
I hate margaritas, but Disney margaritas are something else entirely. They're so
The avocado margarita is actually the only one they serve frozen. So maybe we will not get that one anymore, because I can say that I felt weird after having my last one too.
yeah, like I mean, it was still delicious. Don't get me wrong; like it still tasted amazing. But at like halfway through it, I was like, okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'm just gonna finish it. And then by the time I finished it, I was like, I wish I had thrown it away. I don't even care that I was throwing away $7 worth of margarita. Like I should
What's more than
should
seven?
not. But half of it would be $7.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, those are
because
expensive.
like I felt like crap. I felt like I was dying. Not saying like don't ever go get the thing. Like do your own thing, try it for yourself. But my personal experience the last 2 times was it screwed me up. Although I'm looking at their menu right now, and the wild passion fruit looks amazing.
Yeah.
I think the Maelstrom sounds good. Okay, well, after we've started with margaritas in Mexico, what do you guys like to drink in Norway?
I don't know because I don't ever drink there.
I don't drink there. I have never drank in Norway ever.
Nope, I have not either.
Stephanie, what do you get in Norway?
I always get a Viking coffee. So I probably, okay, if I'm starting in Mexico, I'll usually skip Norway and then circle back at the end of the night, like get to Canada and then like pass Mexico, maybe stop for a second margarita and then go to Norway and end my night with a Viking coffee, which is flavored with Camorra coffee liqueur and Bailey's Irish cream.
So I never used to get anything in Norway either. And then Steph and I went when it was really cold, when like January, February. And we did that. We skipped Norway and then came back around to it at the end of the night. And before we hopped in line for Frozen, which was at the time when it was like a 3-hour wait, no matter what time you tried to ride it, she was like, well, let's get coffee. And I didn't know Viking coffee was a thing. And so I ordered it, not realizing it was spiked and we were already tipsy. And so by the time we got on to Frozen, we were ready to ride Frozen. We had so much fun. We were screaming, not singing, screaming along to Let It Go, and it was magical. And now I'm hooked on Viking coffee, and I go get it all the time.
Well, I'm also seeing their little treats that they have too, and I'm like, I could go get a coffee and some real sweet thing.
So if you do skip Norway, the next country you're coming to is China.
Ooh, I got something for this
Kelly,
one.
what do you get in China?
So my last trip in March, we were doing Epcot and it was raining that morning and like I was getting hangry and I just could feel my energy just like flagging and I was like, oh, I need something. And we were in China, so I like went over to the Joy of Tea just to see what they had because don't think I'd ever gotten anything from there. And I came across the Tipsy Ducks in Love, which is a drink. It's whiskey, coffee, tea, cream, and chocolate syrup. If you want to pick me up, that's the one for you. That will just put some pep in your step and it's delicious. I wasn't a big whiskey drinker. Like I'd never really gotten into whiskey, but after drinking that, it made me kind of want to try different types of whiskeys. So that one was very good. I really suggest that one.
Yeah, that's my China drink for drinking around the world. Because by that point, like if you've started in Future Worlds and you kind of make your way to World Showcase, you've now had a margarita. You're kind of like starting to like slow down, and so you don't want to stop drinking because you're drinking around the world. So Tipsy Ducks in Love with the coffee, it's definitely like an afternoon pick me up.
Yeah, it is cold. It's really desserty kind of. If you're looking for something like sweet, but you don't know what you want exactly, but you want something sweet and something to pick you up, go for that one.
Do you guys have something else you get in China?
I get the cantaloupe in China.
What is that?
That is vodka and cantaloupe juice. and it is so good. And the first time I ever had it, I remember it being good, but like I couldn't remember like really what it was, because I think we went the other way that time, and we were with Janetta, and all I remember is getting it, and then her and I went and got nachos in Mexico, and we were supposed to share the nachos. I was so drunk, I ate almost the entire thing of nachos, and she was like, "Where's the nachos?" And I'm like, "Girl, I ate those things." And it was just like, that was such a good like time, but then I got it again and I was like, okay, this drink is really good. Like
So Rachel and I share a favorite drink from China, which is the cantaloupe. I actually hate cantaloupe. I don't eat cantaloupe at all. However, the cantaloupe is delicious. But the last time I drank there, I wanted to try something different. So I got the Baijiu Punch. And it's Chinese Baijiu Spirit, which I don't know what kind of liquor that is. Lychee, coconut, and pineapple. And it's almost like just like a fruit juice. You don't really taste any liquor in it, which is dangerous. Yeah.
dangerous.
But it's
That
delicious.
sounds really good.
Yeah. And then the last time that I was in China, I was actually just abstaining for alcohol on that trip and had some jasmine tea there. And it was also really, really good because it was prepared. Like it's like prepared to order. So it's very fresh and very like it was really good.
But next on our trip around the world is Germany, and I used to not stop in Germany. I didn't care much for it until I discovered the grapefruit beer on draft.
It's so good. It's Schafferhofer, I think I'm probably butchering that name, but that's what it looks like. The brand is Schafferhofer.
And it is just so good. It's just crisp and just fantastic.
You can also get it in bottles at Sunshine Seasons if you're not in World Showcase. You can get it in a bottle over there because we did that this last trip.
It totally is. It tastes so much better on draft. I drink it at home all the time, like in a bottle, but on draft, I don't know. It's so good.
Mm-hmm.
You can get it at Summerfest from draft. You can get it at the restaurant in Germany as well. So if you sit down,
and there's a little like beer pretzel stand closer to the water.
Don't miss out on the grapefruit beer.
They have it all over the place.
Yes, and it's pretty much the only thing worth getting drink wise in Germany. So, although actually now that I'm looking at their drinks menu, they do have the Red Bridge sorghum beer. I don't know if that's German or not, but it's a gluten-friendly beer, and it is really, really good if you have a gluten sensitivity. It's amazing.
Good to know.
So moving out of Germany, we're headed to Italy. I have a go-to in Italy that has, I'm not a wine drinker. This is the only wine that I will drink, and I've finally found it at a liquor store at home, and it's like my special treat. Like if I have something really exciting's happened, or I've had a really crappy day or week or whatever, I'll buy a bottle of it. But it's the Rose Regale. It's a sparkling like rose wine, and it is amazing.
It was my first legal drink in public.
Do you get that? You get that at the little like wine shop?
Yeah, inside the little like wine cellar shop. Yes.
Lately, my go-to like hot weather beverage when passing through Italy has been the peach Bellini. It's nice and refreshing and bubbly and yummy.
I don't think I've ever drank anything in Italy. I kind of just passed by that. I'm like trying to picture these areas where y'all are talking about that you get these drinks, and like nothing's coming to mind. So I kind of do just gloss over Italy unless I'm going to eat at a restaurant there, which I don't do that often.
Yeah.
Like I walk and go look at the fountain, and then I kind of just walk back out. So
yeah, Italy desperately needs a quick service.
Yeah.
So that people will spend some time in that pavilion. There's nobody.
And I feel like the stores there are like really, really expensive, so I don't buy anything in there, minus those bracelets that we bought that one time in Italy.
I only go in there for pans.
For pans. Yeah. At the gelato stand too. That's where I get my drink. I get a frozen Italian margarita every time, and I can't pass by without getting one. It's just every single time, and it's so good.
What makes it Italian?
I don't know. It's
I think it's the liquor. I'm pretty sure it's like
limoncello.
Oh, okay. Next, we come to the American Adventure, which I usually just skip over, so I have no answer for this.
Yeah, I always stop at the Block and Hans like beer like little stand, but next to like the funnel cakes, and get a beer from over there, as that seems American. But I feel like they always change their selection. So I'm looking at the menu right now, and if I had to pick one, I'd probably go for the Kona IPA. When we stayed at the yacht club and got like fancily upgraded to club level, they served that beer there, and so that's kind of like a now like our family. Like anytime we drink a Kona beer, it reminds us of that trip and what a good time we had. So it's got like a warm place in my heart. So I'd probably go for a Kona. Anyone else get a drink in American Pavilion?
I don't necessarily get a drink, like alcohol drink, but I always stop and get a Joffrey's coffee in America. Always.
I will sometimes get a spiked Joffrey's coffee there, like especially if it's later. You're pretty much halfway around the World Showcase, and if you need to pick me up, like that's a great place for a coffee. And you can,
Yeah, lots of times with like
yeah,
Kahlua
they
or
usually have like a
Bailey's
seasonal
or
flavor, like a seasonal regular flavor and a seasonal
Never
spiked
knew.
flavor.
Never knew.
Yeah, but I don't usually drink the American Adventure because I feel like I'm in America. Like I get these drinks all the time. But I do like that they have a lot of options for local like beers and things. Cameron really likes like local beers and craft beers, so he usually gets whatever craft beer they're offering at the time. And during Food and Wine, they offer Hanson's beer from the Hanson Beer Company, which hops is not great. I want to like it. I want to like it a lot, but it is just too hoppy for me personally. But the last time they were at Food and Wine, they had another type of beer, and it was pretty good. So if you're there when Hanson's there and you're a big Hanson fan, like somebody we know,
I don't know who that could be.
then you can grab yourself. Yeah, I don't know. You can grab yourself a Hanson.
That,
beer
by the way,
later.
that's 3 out of 4 of us. By the way,
Yeah.
I don't dislike Hanson. I
Yeah, we
just
love some
never got
Hanson.
into them. So putting that out there.
I did just learn though at Fife and Drum, you can get a spiked root beer float.
Ooh.
Oh, that's very
Yeah.
American.
They do it. It says they do it with it's root beer vodka with whipped cream and mint leaves. They also do Galaxy juice there with orange, pineapple, and lime juices with grenadine and red stag black cherry bourbon.
Wow.
That sounds good.
That sounds real good.
Maybe we should stop in America more often. If anything, for the booze.
I usually just stop in America to trade pins at the Kid Cot station.
True.
Well, after our stop in the American Pavilion, we should continue on to Japan. What do you guys get to drink in Japan?
Sake. If you're not getting sake, you're doing it wrong.
Sake.
I do not get sake, so I don't drink there.
It's really good. I've had a
I don't like it.
Sake will fuck you up though. So you be careful with that sake.
Yeah, I like it's usually hot there, so I like to get the cold sake.
Yeah.
Or the plum wine is fun too.
Yeah, I really like the plum wine, especially if I'm not trying to get too drunk.
I've gotten a peach sake there, and I've gotten a strawberry one there, and they were both delicious. It's kind of hard to find the little area that serves sake because you have to walk to the very back of the store there. But if you do find it, it's really good.
Now they do it in like one of the little
Shops outside.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
The Kabuki Cafe. It is the shaved ice stand outside.
I didn't know that
as well. And they actually have sake mist, which is an alcoholic shaved ice in blood orange, coconut pineapple, or black.
I want all of that. That sounds real good.
Yeah, that's definitely going on my list for next time. I haven't had it. I'm just reading the menu, and I want it.
That must be new because I don't remember seeing that, or maybe I just didn't pay attention up to it because I knew that I wanted to get sake and I knew that I could get it.
Now they have a bar. I think it's a bar, like right on like the ground level before you go up to the quick service.
Huh? Nice. That's cool.
Yeah.
Fun facts. Didn't know that. So then we come to one of my favorite countries to visit. It might be it is definitely my favorite country to visit on the World Showcase, and that is Morocco. So what do you guys drink there. I don't think I drink anything. The food is my favorite thing in Morocco, so I don't think I drink anything specific
Yeah.
there.
I don't go for the drink. Yeah, I don't go for the drink in Morocco. I haven't ever really had one that's good. However, I do like their non-alcoholic mint tea that they serve in Restaurant Marrakesh. And it is unlimited refills. I did not know this last time, so I ordered myself a mint tea. They poured me a glass, and it's like a tiny little glass. I'm like, that's fine. It's like you sip it. And so I'm like sipping it all through dinner, and I finally finish it, and they just come back and refill it. And I was like, so I sat there for about 20, 30 minutes after we were done with our meals, just drinking mint tea, and they just kept refilling it. And I was like, I am in heaven. My family had to make me get up off and leave the table. So
Is it hot or cold?
It's hot.
Okay.
I
That
think
sounds
you
good.
can get it cold though. I'm pretty sure he did ask me if I wanted it hot or cold.
Okay.
But I like hot tea, so I got mine
Yeah.
hot.
That sounds really good.
I'm not
I love
seeing
tea.
it
It's
on
delicious.
like the map on my Disney Experience app, but
Mhm.
they've always had that like the frozen margaritas in Morocco. And then like the cast members add the alcohol to it, like after they like get the
Yeah.
slushy into the cup. And every experience I've had, the cast members are like pretty heavy-handed and give you like a very strong pour. So that's always been like when you're looking to get like your money's worth a little bit drinking around the world, like that's always been a go-to stop.
Where are we off to next?
France.
We are off to France.
Oui, oui.
Well, in France, you have to go and get a Grey Goose slushy.
And they have like I put them slushies because I couldn't remember what they were called. There's like a Grand Marnier slushy too, I think.
Mhm.
I don't remember which ones I've had because I drank them. I think I had two at one. We all got two at one time.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
We pushed that 2-drink. We really tested that one time, and we all double fisted it.
Yeah. I think I had a pink one and I think I had an orange one. And they were both really, really good, but I don't know which one was which.
Yeah, so I was just going to say my favorite drink in France is only served during food and wine, and it is that pink slush. It's a passion fruit
Mhm.
slush, but you can only get it during food and wine.
Mm.
Yeah, that's why we double fisted it, because
Yeah.
we got the regular ones and then realized that the food and wine kiosk also had a new flavor of
We
slush.
had
and
to
we're like,
get
well,
it.
guess we're getting two.
So one of my favorite drinks in France is an ice cream martini.
What?
You can get 2 scoops of ice cream with a shot of Grand Marnier, whipped cream vodka, or rum.
Where does one find that?
You can find that at the ice cream place, which has a French name, and I'm reading it, but I know I'd butcher it.
That sounds really good. I can't
Mhm.
have that,
Why
but
did
it
I
sounds
not
really
know
good.
that existed?
Good. I'm gonna have to have that next time. Man, next time I go to Epcot, I'm just gonna have to take
And
a
they're
lot
really
of money.
pretty, and it's fun when it's hot, and you're like ready for like a dessert kind of thing after eating in Morocco.
Mhm.
What are you guys gonna get to drink in the UK pavilion?
UK is actually one of the only pavilions where I don't really change up my order. I only order one of 2 drinks. And usually I get them both. But I get the Welsh Dragon and the oh gosh, now I don't know what it's called. It is like a cider and blackcurrant juice.
Yes, hold on. I know what you're talking about.
And it has a distinct name, and I'll just look it up.
Cider and black imperial pint. It's cider with a shot of blackcurrant
Yes.
juice. That is
That
Yes,
sounds
I get the cider and
delicious.
black. Yes, I always get the cider and black, and I usually also always get the Welsh Dragon, which is peach schnapps, melon liqueur, creme de menthe, orange juice, and pineapple juice.
I think the only thing that I've gotten in the UK, I don't even know if they still make this anymore. It was called a leaping leprechaun. It was bright green, but I couldn't find it on the menu, or maybe I wasn't looking at the right menu.
Yeah, Leaping Leprechaun has Jameson Irish whiskey, Don Q crystal rum, Sky vodka, melon liqueur, and sweet and sour. Topped
Oh,
with
no
Sprite.
wonder you never make it to Mexico.
Yeah.
There's so much alcohol in that drink.
Yeah. So where did you find that? Where was that? What menu is that on? Katie?
The Rose and Crown Pub.
Oh, okay. Okay. Gotcha. Okay. That's why I'm not seeing it. I was not looking at the right menu selection. But yes, that is very good. I've only had it once because you have to go in and order it, and there was a lot of people in there, and I just haven't gone back to get it again, but it was quite delicious. I think we have pictures with a lot of these drinks, so we should definitely share those.
Yeah, we're gonna have to find those.
Oh,
This
yeah.
will be a fun episode to share pictures of.
We've definitely got the pictures of us double fisting those slushes.
Yeah,
Oh,
for
yeah.
sure.
My sister and I like to get a proper Pimm's cup. It's got Pimm's number 1 and Sprite, and it's usually got some like fresh fruit in it, and that's what we like to drink in the UK.
I did see on the menu they had on the beer cart, I think, the UK beer
Lemonade?
cart, there was like a Pimm's. Yeah, the Pimm's lemonade. That looks really good.
Every time I drink Pimm's now, it takes me back to the night before my wedding because you bought that big bottle of
Yes.
Pimm's, and I had never had it. And then I was
Uh-uh.
like, this is the greatest thing ever. And I think we drank the whole bottle, and then somebody went and got another one. It must have been somebody who was sober.
Yeah.
That's like all we drank. And for the longest time, I had about a cup of it left. And like it sat in my liquor cabinet until we moved to Arizona, and I drank it the night before we left.
Rachel, did you say if you've gotten anything in the UK?
I do not drink in the UK.
Okay.
I have had the Leaping Leprechaun before, but it didn't strike me as fancy, so I did not.
When me and you and Janetta drank around the world, we started in the UK, I think.
Yes, we did.
And you started with the Leaping Leprechaun, and that did not end well for us.
No.
So
I think starting in Canada just knocks you out.
You're
real
all
fast.
kinds of fucked up by the time you get on the other side.
Mhm.
Like, and
Yeah.
that's why I did not remember eating all those nachos. And that's why I think I do not start that side. Yeesh.
Kelly, for someone who starts in Canada, what do you usually start with?
I don't drink. I start on the Canada side, but I don't think I've ever gotten a drink in Canada. I go to the UK, and then I go to France.
the drinks in Canada are just not good. That's why you
I
don't.
can't even think of a drink that's in Canada besides beer.
There's
I
like an
can't.
apple thing.
An Ottawa apple.
It is called an Ottawa apple. Yeah.
They used to have, because the only time I ever drank in Canada was the time when we started in Canada, and they had a Torontopolitan. And it was
so silly.
but it was so good, and that's where I started. And then I think I probably got a drink in every single country, and that's why I could not make it to China.
Mhm.
Like, we did not have a margarita that night because I could not drink in Mexico.
I've like only drinking in Canada, basically like complete the loop. And I think I usually go for the Moosehead draft beer. Just sounds the most Canadian.
I've had the Ottawa apple, and it's not a bad drink, but I wouldn't pay $12 for it again.
Right.
So when I stop in Canada, I am going to be getting maple popcorn. And since I eat it out of my cup and don't use my hands, I'm counting it as a drink.
All right.
But I would end drinking around the world at the refreshment port to get that boozy Dole Whip.
Mix it up because the rum is all on the top, and you'll just get nothing but straight rum. So do a little mixing in your alcoholic Dole Whip, or you're gonna have a bad time.
Or a good time, depending on what you're looking for.
If you like drinking straight rum, you're gonna have a good time. But if you don't appreciate that, then you're gonna have a bad time.
If you could only have one like bite of food to help soak up all this alcohol in World Showcase, what would you pick?
I know.
What?
Beef udon.
The chicken shawarma platter at the Tangerine Cafe. That's a lot of food, so I would be very good.
Yeah, it is a lot of food.
I would have orange chicken with fried rice and an egg roll from China.
Ooh.
I really want noodle gratin from Germany.
Oh,
But
that sounds
I might
good
get like 2 or 3
too.
portions if I'm drinking all around the world and not anything else.
Well, closing question. If you can only have one of these drinks for the rest of your life, anytime you go to the World Showcase, this is the only one you can have, what would it be?
Avocado margarita.
Tipsy Ducks in Love.
Grapefruit beer.
Oh man, you guys on New Year's are really quick. I expected you guys to take a little bit longer. I'm probably gonna go with the black currant beer,
Mhm.
the black and cider. Yeah. If I could only have one, it would be that one.
I want to try that now. It sounds really good.
Let's go. Let's book a trip.
I know.
no one else has any other drinks that you'd like to tell the people about, I guess we'll close this fun drinking fest up. I would like to hear what you guys like to drink while you're at Epcot, or would you like to try any of these drinks that we mentioned, because they're pretty good.
They're pretty good.
They're pretty good.
Or are there any drinks that they used to have around the World Showcase that they no longer have that you wish they would bring back?
Email us over at spillingthemadtea@gmail.com.
Tell us what country you start in on Instagram or Facebook at Spilling the Mad Tea.
Or you can tweet us at spillingmadtea and tell us which of these drinks you would choose if you could only pick one of them for the rest of your life.
That is a lot. That is really important. Anyways, thank you guys for joining us on our very impromptu Drinking Around the World podcast. We hope you enjoyed it, and we shall speak with you all very soon.
Cheers! Happy drinking! Drink responsibly.
Take that bus.
Yes. Take the bus, take the monorail, take an Uber, take a flying elephant, but just don't drive yourself.